Thank you for tuning in to Patio Talk with DZ. Today we're going to take a look at the construction that these homeless people have, the creativity they have, and how compromising they be trying to be in the community, even though they know that they still put between a rock and a hard place. If you could do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, ring that bell notification. That way you'll be updated on anything that I post, as well as commenting, and help my page get recommended as well. But without further ado, do me a favor. Let's spin it.
My time belongs to you for the next hour, and then we're through. My time belongs to you. What we gon' do? Tell me what we gon' do. My time belongs to you for the next hour, and then we're through. My time belongs to you. What we gon' do? Tell me what we gon' do.
Girl, check it out. Let's get one in.
Well, this is where a gentleman named Q lives. I spoke to him. He's quite happy to be here, but says he's planning to move soon. So this is the situation in 2022 in Los Angeles. You can basically build your own small wooden house right on Hollywood Boulevard, live in it, continue to refuse offers of city services, and most people around here are okay with it. Others say it has to go. It's a solid, well-built wooden structure, propped up by metal carts and car batteries. A power cord unplugged trails down the sidewalk, which is piled high with assorted power tools and electronics. Reaction? Mixed. What do you think of that?
I don't like it. It's not good. It's bad.
It is a little out there, but he is safe and he doesn't have to worry about someone burning his tent down.
I don't even know like why or how or I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy to say the least.
Is this okay?
It's not okay that it's gotten to this point. The fact that he's here, I don't see an issue with it.
Anybody home? After I called the city and the LAPD to see what, if anything, is being done to help or clean up, police did come and talk to the man. They've been here before. They described him as young, healthy. They offered to connect him with services. He declined. They left. Summing up the municipal code, the only enforcement is if a person is blocking the sidewalk on an active driveway or business. City Councilman Mitch O'Farrell says he hopes this can be resolved with what are called Care Plus teams, which pair comprehensive outreach with sanitation and cleaning services needed to make the public right-of-way safe and accessible. Meantime, across the street, where Jamila Ali and Rance Shaw run City Vibes Coffee, compassion is still on the menu.
He hasn't like bothered anyone, and honestly, I'm glad that it's right there because I honestly feel safer with him there. For some reason, I don't know why. It's just it feels like he knows what he's doing and he's not here to like hurt anyone.
Unfortunately, they have to make us a little bit uncomfortable for them to be comfortable. And I think that's just like the problem in LA. No one realizes how much of a burden it can do to like our mentality and just the way we carry ourselves.
Q tells me he's from Kansas City. He's been in LA for about 3 years, been here for a few months. He says he's self-employed. He fixes bikes. He wants to be a mechanical engineer, and that he is an Army veteran. Saturday, Alex and Marla, the city tells me they're planning to clean this all up as part of this Care Plus program that's had great success here in Hollywood. If you've been to the underpass and Gower on the 101 freeway, all cleaned up. So it's going to be interesting to see what, if anything, happens to this man. As I mentioned, he's perfectly happy being here, and most of the people around here are happy to have him. Live in Hollywood, I'm Phil Schuman.
You know, that, first up, how is he not blocking the sidewalk? And secondly, you know, is it, you know, it looks like a structure there. And these are, the business owners there have to spend a lot of money in taxes, have to go through permitting processes. Everybody around there that lives there have to pay property taxes.
Yeah.
Does he pay any property taxes?
Q, we're on live on Fox 11. Alex, so nobody's saying this is a great idea. Hey, we're on live. Thanks for talking with us. What are you doing here, and how did this come to be?
Well, I was originally in a tent, and when the sanitation comes, you know, once every 2 weeks, they have you take the tent down and clear all your stuff out.
Yeah.
And so what I had an idea just to build something on wheels so that way I wouldn't have to
Show us what you got here.
Well,
I mean, where did you get all the material and everything?
Well, I got most of the material from like construction sites that threw away old wood, and then some friends of mine that had some wood left over, and then there was a shop across the street that had some old flooring.
You have electricity in there?
Yeah, I've got a generator over here.
So you've been offered housing, temporary housing from the city and other agencies,
right?
But you prefer this, or?
Well, I kind of do prefer this because it kind of gives me empowerment. A lot of the housing, a lot of the housing programs they offer, they put you in like what seems like a concentration camp. And
so this is freedom for you.
Yes, it's for more freedom.
You got plants.
Yeah.
You got tapestry.
Yeah, I feel like I have more of a way to express my, artist nature and everything.
But Q, I mean, you have to understand that a lot of people don't think this belongs here. I mean, this is a public street.
Yeah.
There are better options for you.
Yeah. There's probably better places, than this. But I mean, I don't think that I'm bothering anyone here. This business isn't even in.
Yeah, it's an empty building.
So is he taking the power
Alex Marla
from the city?
I try to keep
because he doesn't get a power bill
clean, and I sell bikes and I make motorbikes and electric scooters and stuff like that. I've fixed several people that live in the neighborhood. I fixed their scooters and stuff like that. So
are you happy?
Yeah, I feel good, man. I feel good. I feel like I'm kind of being an example for people that's in my situation, letting them know that just because you are living on the streets doesn't mean that you have to just let go, give everything up.
Where do you get food and use the bathroom and stuff?
Well, I go to local stores and while I'm out.
Let's walk this way. Yeah.
Hey, Phil.
While I'm out and
I'm listening.
While I'm out and about, I use the restroom at different stores and stuff like that. But
go ahead, Marla.
I'm just milking about he has the generator and the power cord that you showed. He doesn't get a bill, so is he just milking it from the city?
I sell bikes and.
Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not connected to the city. No, this is a generator with. Can we peek inside or no?
Okay.
I'd rather not, man. Yeah, because I don't have it cleaned up, and then it's not finished.
So people around here seem to like you.
Yeah.
You're a super friendly guy.
Yeah.
But there's other people that are watching this saying this is ridiculous.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know, where they're coming from, or why they believe what they believe. But there was a fire around the corner right here. One of the guys' tents caught on fire, and so that probably puts a nasty stain on it.
All right. Well, thank you for talking with us and sharing some of your story. Go ahead, Marla.
Phil, my last question is: you said he was going to move soon. Yeah. So does he literally roll it somewhere else? Where is he moving to?
Yeah, you were talking about moving and just like rolling this down the sidewalk, or?
Yeah, I've got some dollies I'm gonna put underneath and move it from out in front of the fence. I got to have this thing moved by tomorrow, or the police said they're gonna take me to jail. So I got to move. So that's why all my stuff's outside right now.
So if an agency came to you and said, "Q, we got an apartment for you in Hollywood, indoors, services, job training, health benefits," would you take it?
Well, I want to start my own business, but as far as the apartment situation, I don't know where I'm going to be able to store all my stuff, and then I do a lot of grinding and welding and stuff like that, so, I mean, I don't know, maybe that's not the best
solution for you.
Yeah, because my generators and my, I kind of like that lifestyle anyway.
All right, Alex Marla, slice of life here on the streets of Hollywood. We'll send it back to you.
He's resourceful.
That's fascinating, Phil. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so that footage we just seen was, that's a homeless man, and we all know from being homeless, it could get rough out there, and he did acknowledge that he had a tent before and they forced him to take that down, so he built something a little more structured to suit the situation. So if that's the case, if they have to move around or whatever, he won't have to package everything up in a tent and ball it up like a blanket or something and throw it all in a basket. No, I'll just put this on some crates or on a trailer or something like that with some wheels and move it around. Now, we do know that there's a such thing as squatters' rights. And all these homeless people, they do have the option, if they wanted to go to your neighborhood where you stay at, next door to your house and stuff like that, where that empty vacant lot at or that empty vacant home at, and squatting there for a few days and change a few things to the point where now they legally can be there. But yet they choose to build something structured, something comfortable for them, and they still be criticized and down talked about that. Now, is it in the way of pedestrians? No, as we can see, there's enough room for 2 to 3 people still to get by there. That's about the same size as could call a bike rack. That's about the same size. You know? So at the end of the day, I didn't see too much of a problem with his home being there. And not only me, but nobody in that neighborhood had a problem with it. Only people who have a problem with it seem like the people that's passing by, which would be pedestrians, eye candy, tourists or something like that. People that at the end of the day, you don't know the struggle, so you wouldn't understand anyway. You know, but the people that understand the struggle and know what's going on, this guy helping out in the community, he's cleaning up and all that, when y'all the ones who rolling by throwing the trash out the window. So at the end of the day, it's like, why is we pointing the fingers at people instead of helping the situation? Now, they did offer him help, but you got to understand, some people don't like the stipulations that this housing gonna come with. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't bring this, you can't bring that. That's a lot of stipulations for a person that barely have something. Anything that I have, I'm gonna want to keep, to the point where I'm not gonna want to get rid of it. And this is gonna be one of the things that I'm gonna have to do in order to get up in here, then I'd rather not. Oh, well, we offered you a job where you can go ahead and get some type of career and build this and this and that. I'd rather work self-employment. Why? Because I don't want to be up under nobody, just as much as I don't want to go through y'all stipulations with y'all place. I don't want to go through the stipulations at the job area neither. Some people know themselves better than other people do. Some people probably just can't deal with that. And I'm not saying it's a race thing or none of that, because at the end of the day, this is anybody. This is anybody. We all go through it. We all go to work one day and just feel like we just don't want to do it today. You know what I mean? And not in the mood. But this could be a person's every day, because their mentality or their mental is not focused. So therefore, they know to keep themselves from around them. You know what I mean? They could be an introvert, if you guys know what that means. But at the end of the day, this dude did build structure to try to keep himself going and above float and out of the way of everybody. And he's helping out in the community just as well. And it's not looking dirty or sloppy or nothing. He's keeping it clean and everything. So, you know, like, give a guy a chance. Take a look at this.
I just want to point out, it took some time to build that neat wooden tiny home, and it took all day for the man to move it a few yards down Hollywood Boulevard. Now, why would he move it? He had to. He got this warning after our Fox 11 report. The clock is ticking for Q, the man who used DIY YouTube videos to build himself a home far more secure than a tent on the street.
I don't even consider myself homeless.
Hey, we're on live. Thanks for talking with us.
But the story Fox 11 broadcast Wednesday led to this warning. Saturday, this area will be cleared and cleaned. His work Thursday to get ready to move his home to another location.
People tell me that, you know, I'm an asset to the community because, you know, of the, you know, whatever little landscaping I have going on. And you know, I clean up the streets with my leaf blower and, you know, just try to keep it clean. And, you know, I try to just send out a positive message to other homeless people.
An asset to some, but for the two mayoral candidates, both agree this is not the solution to the city's homeless problem.
It doesn't belong on a sidewalk. That's not what they were intended for. So this is a good example that our elected leaders, the system's broken.
We caught up with Rick Caruso before an appearance at a Tarzana Jewish Community Center.
And the guy is creative and he's a builder, and good for him. But again, it's in the wrong place, and you can't run a city like this that doesn't have rules and laws, right? Mm-hmm. And so what are you going to do? You're going to allow another 50 to go on the street next to him?
He had seen the structure from Fox 11's story, but Karen Bass had not.
Honestly, I have no idea, because I've not seen what you're talking about. But
would you like to?
Yeah, I would actually.
Even before she saw it, her response was similar to her opponent's.
You might show me a structure that's better than other structures, but the notion that you just build housing anywhere is not a solution.
So I was curious whether or not, other than this warning, there was some kind of reaction to the Fox 11 report yesterday. We saw LAHSA out here, the Housing Authority, and also Urban Academy, offering to get the man into some kind of permanent shelter. He denied both, declined both. I also asked him whether or not some good came out of it. Did he get some kind of job offer? He said no, but then I reached out to one of my contacts in the construction industry who said, yeah, there are jobs to be had. I again went to Q and asked him, and he said, no, I'm more interested in starting my own business. And so it looks like he's not so interested in finding permanent work, at least not right now. Reporting live in Hollywood, I'm Susan Harris-Tuna, Fox 11 News.
And just to be clear, Susan, he told us yesterday that he had already been asked to leave by the city before our story aired, right? So he was already planning to leave. It wasn't like this attention came and then the city said, get out.
That I was not aware of. I know that LAPD came out here because we called them, but in terms of the city itself, I'm not really clear. But this went up just today with the warning that he needs to get out. And by the way, this location is not proper, is not going to be allowed according to the map here. The cleanup zone is from 2 blocks that way to the end of this block here. So he would have to move it a lot farther away than it is right now. So we'll see what happens on Saturday.
Still an issue, Susan. Thank you.
Now, with that being said, now, look, I'm not biased or nothing, you know. Now, my thing is this right here. I understand the structure and everything, and it's not supposed to be just sitting out there, and you don't want to just go ahead and allow one, and there's another 50, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if they didn't find a problem, if the community didn't find a problem with it at the time, you know what I'm saying, I don't see why it's an issue with them, you know. And as far as, like, you know what I mean, him turning down a job and stuff, you know what I mean? Now, there's a simple thing as people not just wanting to do nothing, you know what I mean? You know, you chose to build that right there because you chose to live rent-free. You choosing to sit out there and help the community and stuff like that, and the help that they will help you. You know what I mean? With feeding you or a few dollars here and there, which is something like a job, which is self-employment. You know what I mean? So I get it, but then it's like, it's there. It's not bothering nobody. Only people made an issue about it is the news part, the news company. And here y'all go. What was shaded, you putting light on it now. You know, and that was none of y'all business, technically. You know, now, my thing is, you gotta, like, look at how certain people choose to help the community and the homeless, and certain people don't. Now, here it is there. You have certain people up in that community saying that they felt safe and everything with that dude being there, and they didn't find an issue with it, you know. But then here's the news that's finding an issue with it way on the other side of town. But then check out this one right here where you see the news. They find out about this issue and they don't do nothing but uprise it the most and praise it the most, just as much as the people in the community was. You know, and not only that, but the people in the community also contribute to it too. Now, check this one out.
Christine, yeah, you know, I've talked to a lot of local business owners and just locals in this area. They consider this hillside a work of art, even though, as you mentioned, it is part of a homeless encampment. Take a look. So this was created by a man who came here from Colima, Mexico. He's lived here for several years now. Neighbors say he helps keep the area clean, and he's never caused any problems. Listen here.
We have a great relationship with this gentleman. Honestly, he never does anything to offend anybody, so we don't have any reason to call any police or anyone to remove him from here. He helps us clean up our shopping center around here, keeps it nice and tidy for us. I have many people come out and ask me questions about what's going on, what is this like a memorial? No, it's not. It's just a creative man at work.
Was made by Jose Fuentes. He's a 64-year-old gardener from Mexico who's lived on this Pacoima hillside next to the 118 freeway for a couple of years now. Now, Jose said that when he arrived, this looked like most other homeless encampments around here. It was just littered with trash. He said he started this project with the front garden area, then he used his landscaping expertise to eventually expand upward, as you can see here, adding items like small cars, then using toys to create sculptures. Then as it grew, people started to notice and they started contributing to its expansion. Now it features a graded rock garden. There's a children's slide up at top. There's a white picket fence, also a one-bedroom home that actually has some pretty great views of Pacoima at the top. The site has really become a sensation on social media. Now, Jose told us that no one has ever came to offer him housing or to tell him to leave. We've reached out to Caltrans. By this afternoon, they told us they're not able to meet our deadline for a statement or a comment. And we've also reached out to City Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez's office. In a statement, she accused Caltrans of being negligent in maintaining this area. She says she's introduced new legislation to address the cost and responsibility that her district has endured. She says the district will continue to work with appropriate agencies to coordinate services for the unhoused who are living on state property, like is what's happening here. Now, we talked to Jose, who is up there right now. He said that he has never been offered any housing, but he would accept it if that was ever offered. He also said that if that happens, he would try to make it as beautiful or as creative, whatever that space may be, as he has done to this space. But again, no housing, he says, has been offered to him yet. Coming up at 10 o'clock tonight, we're going to take you inside that actual house. He gave us a tour earlier today. Reporting live in Pacoima, Chelsea Edwards. I'll send it back to you.
Chelsea, he's been there how long?
About 2 years on this particular hillside. In the Pacoima area, a little bit longer. He's not sure exactly how long, but it's been growing in this area for about 2 years, gradually going upwards. So you can see it as you drive by. It's certainly something that you take notice of.
And he's never sought shelter, never seeked out any of the services all over Southern California?
He says he really enjoys it here, but that he would accept housing if it was offered. He really likes the creativity that he's allowed to have here. And again, no one's ever told him to leave or to get off this property. There's also, if you look over this way, quite a large homeless encampment down here to the right. Lots of people. I mean, we've seen maybe a dozen or so just in the couple of hours that we've been here, but it looks like it's even longer down past the freeway. So a lot of people living in this area. He just happens to have claimed this one hillside, this one section of hillside, and he says he really likes working the land, but again, he would accept housing if it is offered to him.
Now, what I commend about that man is that he was still willing to take a job and room and board over that instead of taking self-employment and willing to keep going back and forth with the law and the community about a situation. You know what I mean? He tried to better it. And not only that, but the community also came in and helped in and chipped in and helped that man out a lot too. You know what I mean? And also, he even put slides up there to make it something like for something the community could come and enjoy as well. So I appreciate and I commend that man on that part right there, you know. But now I want to take it to the other part and what I understand about people too. It's a lot of good people out here as well, not just the news and the neighborhood people, you know what I mean? Well, I'm not going to say the neighborhood, but the community, you know what I mean? It's everybody, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people out here with good hearts. This man right here, he took it amongst himself to go ahead and spend $500 of his own money for supplies and stuff to build this right here for another homeless person.
A 60-year-old grandmother nicknamed Smokey has been living on the streets for over 10 years until now. Thanks to a kind person, she now has a place to call home. Smokey lost her house after her husband passed away, and she'd been living on the street in South Los Angeles for years. Elvis Summers lives in a nearby apartment, and he decided to build her a tiny home with $500 worth of material.
Find out what we're made of. We are called to help our friends in need.
Elvis told KCAL 9 why he built her the house.
She's a human being, 60 years old, mother, grandmother, sleeping in the dirt. It's just not right.
The siding and roofing was donated by a local company, and it took him just 5 days to build the 3.5 by 8 foot home. It has 2 locks on the front door and wheels. As long as she moves it to a new spot every 72 hours, the LAPD has given them the okay.
Oh, I felt so good. I was so relaxed. I think I must have slept half of the day.
Building this first home has inspired Elvis to start a GoFundMe page so he can build tiny houses for other homeless people. If you would like to help donate, visit InsideEdition.com and be sure to watch Inside Edition.
That's my point right there. Thank you, Elvis Summer, man. We need a lot of people like you, man, on everything. We need to keep paying it forward. That's what it's called. Pay it forward, dude. You know what I mean? Elvis Summer? Yeah. Elvis Summer, man. I commend you, man. God bless you. And Smokey, did you say thank you? Did you thank God? You know what I mean? Because he made it all possible. You know what I mean? Look at that. Elvis stay in an apartment. He stay in an apartment, not even a home. He don't even have his own house, but he still took it amongst himself to spend $500 of his own money to help someone else out, to get them out the dirt and put them in something to help them out, to get them comfortable out of the rain when it's raining or anything, and gave her a lock and key with it. Thank you, Elvis Summer, and God bless you, Smokey. Now I want y'all to go ahead and take a look at this right here too. You know what I mean? Because this was another interesting one right here. I felt like, you know what I mean, I felt I should share with you guys. You know what I mean? These people right here, they have a whole community. It's a little village. Little huts, you know what I mean, single homes for homeless people. Check it out.
A lot of us talk about the homeless epidemic, but few of us do anything about it. Well, Kim is about to introduce us to a very special family who's taking giant steps with a mission of tiny shelters.
Right now, I am at Tiny Home Village, which is all about ending homelessness here in Los Angeles. I'm so excited and honored to introduce you to CEO and founder of Hope of the Valley Rescue Mission. Oh my gosh, tell me about this incredible location and then all the other locations that are popping up.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is the very first tiny home community in the city of Los Angeles. 39 units, 75 beds. They're 64 square feet. They come with heat, air conditioning, 4 windows, a front door that locks. And this really is part of the solution to ending homelessness in Los Angeles, because we are taking people out of encampments and moving them straight into these houses.
And not only that, but you're also supplying their furry friends with even a dog run over here.
That's right. We care for people on both ends of the leash. Those that have, and we have 7 dogs that live here right now with their owners.
Wow.
And everybody that comes here, they have access to 3 meals a day, laundry facilities, case management, housing navigation, mental health services, substance abuse counseling. It is a one-stop shop to end homelessness.
And it's not just this location, which is actually for single homelessness individuals, but the next location that you're building is more than double the size and for families.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great public-private partnership with the city of Los Angeles. The next site will be up at Alexandria Park, which is 2 miles from here, which will be 103 units, 200 beds.
Amazing.
Then there will be another one opening in Reseda and another one in Tarzana.
Okay, and then on top of that, you guys team up not only with the city of Los Angeles, but so many other individual charities that are really helping to support your mission, right? And one of those people, 2 of those people, happens to be husband and wife of Pop Drop. I'm going to check in with them. You guys launched this on your first date. This is Nikki and John Snyder, and now 10 years later, you're not only supporting this mission, but you're on a lot bigger mission. How did this all start?
Well, you're right about that, Kim. This definitely started on our first date, which is an untraditional way to spend your first date.
Yeah.
But, you know, we weren't trying to impress each other. Well, a little bit. But we were trying to figure out how we can help make an impact in the world, and we both shared that value. And honestly, we've been giving back together ever since, and Project Pop Drop helps serve the homeless community in greater Los Angeles and all over the world nationally.
Unbelievable. For the last 10 years, 365 days a year, and you've even been honored by the White House. Tell me about that, John.
Yeah, we got a call from the White House, and like I thought it was like a telemarketer.
Yeah.
and
like, this can't be real.
I thought it was a joke, and they're like, "Oh, you won the President's Volunteer Service Award. You were nominated." I was like, "What? For Project Pop Drop?"
Who nominated us?
Wow.
So now I walk around sometimes with the gold medal around my neck.
Hey, listen, what else are you supposed to do?
Every day.
I should have asked you to wear that today.
Yeah, it's in the car.
Okay. Oh, perfect. We're going to have to add that in. Okay, so you guys tell me about how you have been able to really take this from just a percentage of your small business giving back to then partnering up with big brands and figuring out unique ways to be able to support Los Angeles every single month.
So yes, we've found a way to be giving while making a living 365 days a year, and it's super cool and it's super rewarding. And we call ourselves the Givefluencers, and we bring on other Givefluencers to give back with us. And just last month, we were at a great organization called Valley Community Fridges, and they do amazing work where they fill refrigerators in low-income areas and serve people and families experiencing homelessness, and we love showing up for them.
Okay, well, you guys have really showed up for Tiny Home Village as well. You were able to support their last project, and now you are supporting their new family project. Tell me about how you are giving the kids a game room.
Yes, we teamed up with our amazing partners at Arcade One Up, and this is just the beginning where we're going to be doing surprise takeovers where we revamp the playrooms and community rooms and centers, and we are going to be bringing old school fun arcade games, and we brought a little sample, Kim, so you can see a visual.
These. How cool is that?
Yes.
And you're giving these kids like a sense of normalcy and fun, right? In their everyday life now.
Yes, they
It's
have
so
to build
important.
memories. You know, we're trying to help build memories and good times so they can feel a sense of camaraderie and they can feel a sense that somebody cares about them.
Okay, well, you guys are really caring in a big way. It's not just the game room. They are giving back to the new Tiny Home Village, and they have 4 kids under the age of 7, by the way, who are here with us today. I don't know how you guys find the time to give back, and you're donating this check right here to be able to support the mission.
Yay.
Tell me about that.
Well, they actually help us. When they see us shirts, they go tell everybody, we help people. Project Pop Shop, we help people. We bring burritos, we bring sleeping bags, and they promote for us.
Wow.
We've actually gotten donations because of Chloe and the triplets.
So this check right here is going to end homelessness for 2 families at the new location.
Yes. Yep. They're going to have a roof over their head, and we're real grateful for that because we never thought 10 years ago that we were going to do this. You know?
Well, I'm sure you also never thought that you'd have 4 kids. Those are triplets, by the way, under the age of 7. Congratulations on parenting, obviously, and building your own Gifluencers.
Thank you so much, guys.
Unbelievable. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, guys.
Yay, congratulations.
Good job.
And once again, just like that, another good deed, man, on everything. Thank you, Ken Kraft, and I want to thank the husband and wife from Pop Snap. You know what I mean? The tiny homes that you guys made, that little village that you guys created for the homeless people. That's an amazing thing, man. Keep it moving forward, and I heard about all the other ones that you guys have out there that you guys is in the making for the families, man. God appreciate it, everybody appreciate it, and we all see it, man. Thank you again, Ken Kraft and the husband and wife from Pop Snap, man. I want to go